Hello everyone, back again, as on Thursday as promised, so there we go. So I'll just give it a few minutes for people to arrive, and then we can have a chat and I'll make some projects. Oh, what's the weather like with everybody? It's absolutely awful here. We have Ellie here. Hi Ellie. Oh, we have Hazel too. Nice. Well, in sunny Wales, the summer is well and truly over. Yeah, it's definitely summer has come and gone. Oh, we have Shirley B too. Hi Shirley. Please do comment. Great to chat to everybody. If you want to ask any questions, please do so. Tonight we're going to be doing some card making. I'll probably make 2 cards with a theme of Halloween. So, oh, yes, Hazel's saying it's dull and windy, and oh, Lorraine's here. Hi, Lorraine. Oh, yes, it's been persisting. Yes, it has been persisting all day. Yeah, it's not very nice. But we're here inside, warm and dry. Perfect place to do some creating, take some time, just to have a bit of fun, nothing serious. Hi Rachel. Yeah, it's so glad that everyone's come here today. I know what it's like. I've had quite a busy day. I've been planning lots of things for the future, so yeah, watch this space for those things. Tonight, what we're going to play with. Tonight, I'm just going to have a play with the Halloween pumpkins, and obviously they come with dies as well. Now, I know they're on the Visible Image website, but they're also on the, I still believe that they're on the Hobby Maker website as well. And if those of you who are possibly a bit canny and quick, you could probably get the dies free. So have a look on the Hobby Maker website for that. Obviously, you can buy them on our own website, Visible Image. So it's entirely up to you. Again, so this is what we've got here. Oh, and we have Brenda here as well. I know some of you have already messaged to say that you're going to be a little bit late, but that's all good. It's fine. You can obviously always watch it on Rewind. My hands are already inky because I've been playing a lot of the day as well. So I don't know what everyone else has been up to. Yeah, it's been fun. Was it your birthday, Brenda? Possibly a few days ago. I say birthday. I say happy birthday to so many people. I sometimes forget who I've said happy birthday to, but I'm sure it was Brenda's birthday. So if I'm wrong, Brenda, I apologise. Happy birthday for whenever your birthday actually is. So there we go. Yeah. So let's have a little bit of fun with these two. Just move my mouse out of the way. Yeah, tonight I'm also not on coffee. I've been relegated to some water, so I'm trying to be a bit healthier. There's that's. I'm so glad that I actually did remember it was your birthday, Brenda. So I hope you had a lovely day. Yes, so where have we been what's everyone been up to? Yesterday I was up in Redditch at the office. Say the office, it's offices in the studio. So I was at the office doing some work. I do work here as well, but doing some work there. Yeah, so it's been oh, Jeanette's here as well. So yeah, it's just great. It's just great to have you all here. Shirley's been playing with Visible Image goodies. What have you been playing with, Shirley? Would love to know. Oh, and Jeanette's saying it's a gorgeous hot summer day. Seriously? If I had my other my phone, because I can stream from my phone as well, I would show you what the weather was like outside. But it's not good. It's absolutely awful. Yeah. So I'm thinking that and just before we do create something, I've already seen mince pies in the shops already. I know. Christmas is around the corner. I cannot believe it. Again. I had to send a photo. I went to did some shopping, or groceries, as they say in the States. I did some grocery shopping, and I saw the mince pies on the shelf there. Did I buy any? No, not yet. Tempted to, but not yet. I don't know. Does everyone else get? Is mince pies a thing in America? Do Americans eat mince pies? I don't know. Probably not. Let me know. Anyway, right. So I've got some. So obviously this great stamp set, a nice large pumpkin, and then we've got a lovely smaller one with obviously a different smile, and then we've got Happy Halloween and Trick or Treat, and we've got nice little splats there as well. Again, really, really cool, like that. And they also come with the dies, so you can obviously cut them out, which is really cool. So the first thing I think we're going to do is we're going to get some card, and we're going to have a bit of an inky spraying session, I think. Oh, Jane's here as well. Late, but always fashionably late, Jane, I would say. It's good to be late. It's fine. It's all good. Nothing has really happened yet. Big tubs. Ellie's saying big tubs of chocolates are in the shops too. Do you know what, Ellie? They are, but they're not that big, are they? I quite often buy two now and kind of put them into one. I'm actually thinking of buying, you know, like one of the old Quality Street tins that was the 1 kilo. I think you could probably buy them on eBay or something. So I might get one of those and get like 4 of those tubs and fill them right up. So yeah, probably that's what I'll do. Shirley's, I'm just reading now. Shirley doesn't like mince pies. What's wrong with mince pies? Although lots of people don't like them. I think maybe is it a younger generation that don't like them? I don't know. I know my own stepdaughters. I don't think they like. I think one of them likes mince pies and one of them doesn't. But if they're going to aim for anything, they'll go for chocolate every time, or chocolate cake or something. But sorry, Rachel. What did everyone have for dinner? Well, I had pasta and some garlic bread. So there we go. Very exciting, not. It was just pasta and pasta sauce and some Parmesan cheese and some garlic bread. So nothing really exciting. Brenda's saying the good old days. Do you know what? I kind of like the good old days. I like that kind of traditional thing going back. If I could go back to a Christmas time, I'm thinking like sometime in the 70s. So that's probably about, it's nearly 50 years ago now. So I know I'm feeling my age now. I really, really do feel my age. But, you know, or maybe the early 80s. Maybe the early 80s were quite good as well, because the music was kind of my music as well. So kind of 70s and early 80s, you know, so for presents. A wonderful time that was. Yes. Everyone's telling me what they had. A fish paella. Nice one. And I'm just reading what Jeanette's saying. It's probably the last one. Autumnal vibes. Do you say autumn or do you say the fall? The fall. I don't know what American. That's the worst American accent ever. That's the worst kind of American accent ever. If I got an American accent, yeah, the fall. No, I don't know what. Do Americans say autumn or do they say fall or do they say both? I don't know. I kind of like the word fall, but I always stick with autumn. Rachel's saying that she wants some mince pies now. Yeah, well, hey, homemade chicken fries. Everyone's telling me what I've had for dinner now. Chicken fried rice. Sounds like a very kind of fake way Chinese. Oh, see, and Hazel's finishing off the food conversation with chicken korma and rice. A classic. Right. I will get started now. So I'm going to get a couple of pieces of black card. And we're just going to put them down, move these out of the way. I'm going to create some backgrounds and we'll see where we get. I'm doing this on black card, so we're going to think about kind of maybe oxidey colours or anything that's going to look really cool on black card. So whichever you've got there. I mean, obviously you could do it with white card, but it's going to come out totally different. So let me just get my glasses. I'm just reading what everyone's... Right. Ellie's saying that the 80s were her teenage years. Yeah, that's very true. Mine too. Right. I'm going to get some colours out now, and I'm just trying to think of what colours I'm going to start with. I will also use today, is I found it in my stash, and I thought I'd have a go with this one. So this one is a good one. Glow paste, grit paste, but glow. Now, this I've never used before, so it's a new use tonight. So this is a new one on me. It actually smells quite nice. I don't know what it's made of, but I wouldn't eat it. But it smells nice, and it's the kind of the colour of lemon sorbet. I would think that colour. So it's not white, and it's kind of like it's got a hint of limey green in it as well. I presume that's what helps it glow. But I'm going to use some of that, partly because I couldn't believe it, but I've actually ran out of kind of gritty texture paste. So I am ordering some today. I was meaning to do it a couple of days ago and I forgot, so I need to order some more. So I'm improvising here, but I think it's a cool one because it's Halloween. It'll work really well. So let's have a look at what we've got here. Oh, right, okay. So Jeanette's had... So I love to see what people eat, especially in different countries as well. So Jeanette's eating a piece of cod with creamy sauce, tomatoes and baby spinach. Nice. Were there any potatoes in that, Jeanette? Oh, we have Janine here as well. Hiya, Janine. Nice to see you, and Dina. Wow. So we're just... Basically, if you can grasp the conversation, we're basically talking about food. I know. Food is something that's always on my mind. I keep on saying I'm going to diet, but I do love food, and I find it incredibly hard. Yeah, I know. It's not just a lady's problem; it's a male problem as well. I do love food, and I don't have any willpower as well. So I've actually confession time. We had pasta and tomato with sauce and some garlic bread, and Helen was out earlier on, and I even asked her to pick me up some Ben & Jerry's ice cream on the way home, possibly later on. We'll see how that goes, if I have any. But that's my confession for tonight. I know. Yeah. Thank you, Jeanette. Jeanette's saying autumn. I do British English. Great. Right, so I've never used this, as I was just saying. Again, I do like the kind of grit paste. Sometimes it doesn't last as long as I want it to last, and I do wish they had like a big jar, a big jar of it. Yeah, like 3 times the size. I don't know why they don't do that, really. I want a big jar. Or I'll tell you what. Please tell me your recommendations. If you know of a good texture paste, gritty and smooth, or both, whichever, tell me in the comments. Let me know. I'm after some new ones, especially if they're bigger tubs. Yeah, I don't have a brand loyalty. I will kind of dip and choose no matter what it is. Depends if it's good. If it's good, I'll use it. So yeah, just let me know what you're using, and what's going on with this camera tonight? I don't know. Yeah, let me know. This camera's going blurry. There we go. Yeah, so let me know what you're using, and give me some hints and tips as to what I could use. Again, I do go through this stuff quite a lot, so maybe if you give me an idea as to a different brand. Well, Jill's saying she's just had some Haagen-Dazs in ice cream. Nice one. What flavour? Oh, and Jeanette did tell me that she had potatoes too. That's good. Right. Everyone, seriously, I don't know why did I start with food again now. It's making me hungry. Janine just saying she had fish and chips. Nice one. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's have a look, play with this. Now, I'm going to do some spraying first of all. Yeah, I mean, I presume you can, Ellie, but I would say, making your own texture paste, I am incredibly lazy. If I can buy it and it's good, I'll use it. So if you've got any tips on pre-made for the lazy man, that'd be great. Right, so I've got some black card and I'm going to give it a bit of a spray. We're going to use probably some oxide. I'm going to see what colours I've got here. So I've got some pine needles. Let's go to camera 2. Right, so we've got pine needles. What else have I got? Oh, I'm actually pulling out some of my old sprays just because I've got a little bit left in them and I'm going to use them up. So this is a Lindy's one called Starburst. I like that one. I might use some of the. Are we going for greens? Do you know what? I'm going to put the greens on one side. I'm going to use oranges. No, I'm going to use greens. He's going to stay with greens or orange. I can't decide. Ha. Right, we'll use a combination of green and orange. So I like that one too. That's spice marmalade. Do like that one. And I'm going to use some evergreen bough. So again, random colours. Obviously to do with greens and oranges. I'm thinking obviously autumn and pumpkins. So that was the kind of thought in my head for this one really. So I'm going to use these. So we'll just crack straight on and get in there and we'll give this some colour. Not being too fussy, so we'll start with the evergreen bough. Again, just spray, have a nice spray, and we'll also go a little bit of pine needles in there as well, I'm thinking. Right. Again, I'm not even waiting for this to dry. We're going to go in with what's left of this. Only a little bit left of this Stardust one. This is, I presume this has got to be maybe 5 years old or more. I don't know. Can't remember how old this one is. But it's got quite a nice mica in it as well, so I like that. And we'll do some drying. Oh, that's a nice call, that is, Brenda. Brenda's asking about silver and glitter gold paste. That's great. That's a great one, that is. I wonder who did that. That would be nice to find that out. So, shout out to the crafty people who have loads of crafty stash. Oh, Jill is saying Pebeo sand texture paste. Ooh, might have to try that one. Yes, now silver gold. In fact, to be honest with you, I think the like bronze as well. Any of the metallic colours would look really cool. So we're going to dry this off and then we're going to add to that as well. Does everybody else have lots of sprays? Do they have lots of, and if so, what sprays do you have the most of? Would you say it'd be the Distress Oxides or the standard inks, the spray stains? I think I'm about even in terms of quantities of each one. Okay, Rachel's saying that the distress pastes. Do you know, Rachel? You'll have to give me a tip here. See, I quite often open my pastes and find they've gone dry. Am I doing something wrong? I know some people put. Do they put something inside the tub to keep them moist, or is it cling film or something like that? So we've got a nice couple of backgrounds going on here. Not quite dry yet, but I might add some more colour to those. Again, and we're going to put paste on there as well. Do you know what I'm going to use as well? I think I'm going to use a stencil or two. We'll see how that goes. So I'm just reading all the amazing comments. Okay, Jill's saying about indigo blue. Right. Hazel, are you saying the Halloween and Christmas pastes or the sprays? I don't leave the lid off for ages, Rachel. I don't like go away and come back the following day. Sometimes, if I've used maybe half of the pot, I may like come back to it at a certain time and it's gone a little bit dry. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Or maybe you know of a way to reactivate it. That'd be a good one. Reactivating your pastes. So we've got a couple of backgrounds going on there. We've got some different kind of sprays on there. We've got a little bit of a shimmer going on. On this is on plain black card as well. So again, two different ones. One is a little bit more than the other one, so that's fine. It's all good. I don't know whether I want to spray that one more or not. No, I think I'll leave it. I'm thinking that will work quite well, especially if you're going to have possibly the pumpkin on it as well. So you're not going to have any issues with that. I don't think so. No, I think that'll look quite good. Right, so the next thing we'll want to do is we're going to add, I think I'm going to have a play with we're going to bring the paste in next. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. So we've got two nice backgrounds there. Just going to have a drink of water as well. Oh, okay, Winsor & Newton. Ah, that's a new one on me, Rachel. I haven't heard of those ones before. Dina's gloss sprays. Are they the ones that are like really shiny? Are they like an acrylic spray that dries quickly? Right, and some right. How many gloss sprays are there? Ooh, gloss sprays. Now they actually appeal to me. I reckon they'd be quite bright. Right, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our stencils involved. Now I'm going to have a look and see what stencils I've got here. I think I'm going to use. Oh, this is a good one. Right. So I'm going to bring in this leafy one, which I think came out last year. Great stencil. Great, not just for Halloween, for any occasion where you want kind of a bit of like leaves in, anything kind of floral, really cool. So I'm going to use that one. And I may also use, what's this one here? Oh, right, I think I might just use this one on one as well. So again, combine two totally different stencils, doing a bit of Halloween. So we'll see how we get on with that. Now, next thing to do is I'm going to get my paste. Now, I'm not going to use, because the paste is quite, it's quite a paley colour, I might actually colour it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to get that out, and I'm going to get something to mix my paste. Right, so a piece of plastic paper, and we'll use this one first, I'm thinking, or no, I'm going to use that one. So this is just it's like a plasticky sheet, and I'm going to get my stencil. So that'll look great with those. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a palette knife. So we're going to get a palette knife, and I'm going to take my paste and just take a blob of it there. Need a little bit more. I think that'd be enough. And I'm going to mix it with one of the greens. I'm going to mix it with some pine needles, just to make it a little bit greener. The weather outside is atrocious. I can hear the wind blow in as well. So look how much greener that is as well, which is quite nice. I like that. A little bit more. Now I've actually already tried this, and in terms of earlier on, I was just having a play just to make sure that that it will still glow. I was concerned that obviously adding something else to the pot might not make it work quite as well, but it seems to work really well, so, which is nice. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tape down my my card. I'm going to just quickly clean up because I'm conscious about making a mess here. So let's just wipe that up out of the way. Okay. I'm going to take that down, and then we're going to use the stencil as well. Do you know when you lose some things, you lose all the time? Currently, my missing item is my tape dispenser. That could be anywhere. I've been having to tidy up because I don't know whether you're aware, but we are right in the middle of trying to sell our house. So yeah, we're trying to stay nice and tidy, if that's actually possible. So I've probably put it away in a cupboard, and I forgot which cupboard I put it in. So there we go. I know having to tidy up your craft desk for people viewers is not ideal. And they say, you know, selling your house is probably one of the most stressful things that you can do, which is probably true. Okay, so this is a stencil I'm going to use. I'm going to put that over the top, and we're going to, yeah, like that. I think that'd be quite cool. I'm going to just take that down as well, and then we'll put some paste through. Wow, 32, there's 32, at least 32 gloss sprays. That's impressive, Jeanette. I must admit, they must be good then if you've got 32. I think I'm sure I've seen them, but I've never used them, or I haven't even got any. Oh, hot water for declogging your nozzles of your sprays. Yeah, it's one of the problems I've got. Although supposedly you're supposed to spray them or clean them as soon as you've sprayed, or dip them in something, I presume. Or I don't know. I never do. I'm always the one that has to run to the tap when I want to use a certain colour and I don't have it. So hopefully I've got enough mixed up here to paste through. Well, and I have noticed that this, in terms of a texture paste, is a bit more runny. It's a bit more fluid, but it's good because it kind of spreads very, very easily. A little bit. Be careful where you're going with that stencil as well. I'm sure I've got a little bit underneath, but we'll live with that. This is kind of going for that grungy look anyway, so we'll improvise if we don't have enough. We'll see now. Okay, just enough, I'm thinking. Even if you don't get every single part done. That's pretty good. Okay. So we'll leave that and we'll remove this now. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Just remove this now. It's always good when, you know, something that you think's going to come out really nice actually does. You know, you always give yourself a round of applause and everything. So yeah, it's always nice when the colour comes out how you wanted it to as well, which is great. You know, sometimes you have those unexpected surprises. It comes out really cool. But when it comes out how you wanted that as well, that looks really good. Really, really good. I do like that. And again, against the kind of black card as well, that looks really, really cool. That's going to be brilliant to go with our pumpkins. I'm just going to wipe my stencil. In fact, I can't wipe. I don't have a bowl of water, so what I'm going to have to do is improvise. So what I'm going to do is I kind of cover my stencil in some baby wipes, and then I'll kind of, that keeps them moist until I can clean them up afterwards. I know. Something I've learned from doing stuff on TV, when I haven't gotten, if I've forgotten a bowl of water or something, especially for TV stuff, yeah. And I'll just cover that. We'll come back to that after. So I do like that, that's really cool. I might dry this off as well. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll put this one to one side and let it dry a little bit naturally, and then we'll come back and heat dry that as well. So we'll come back to that, but that is looking nice. So I'll move that to one side, and we'll get the next one. And this one, do you know what I'm going to do? I might use the other stencil, which is this one here. And I might use some black. I know I was going to use grit paste, but do you know what? On one, I may use some black. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, I think I'm going to use some black texture paste on that one. So I've got some black still. Oh, it's going down, but there's still some left in there. Thank you, Jeanette. Yes, it's coming along quite nicely. I think that'll look really nice when it's dry. Again, it's I'll just zoom in there just to show you everybody just a bit closer up. Yeah, there we go. So we've got that lovely texture going on there. Again, I like putting texture paste through these stencils. Really, really nice. And maybe we'll have to test it to see if it does glow in the dark. I'll see if I can do that as well. I'm not sure I can do that with the cap lights. We'll see. I wonder if it will work. I've got these lights on. I don't know whether if I turn these lights off, I can get some, whether you can see it glowing in the dark or not. Let me try. Let's have a look. Take this light out. Oh, is that glow in the dark yet? No. What about that? How about there? No, you can't see anything, it's too dark. No, I can't show you glow in the dark. But trust me, it does glow in the dark. You can't pick it up on the camera, which is typical, but it's fine. I don't have the right light in here, I'm afraid, sorry. To show you, I will let it dry. But in the meantime, let's put the lights back on. I was hoping to show you how it glows in the dark. There we go. I think it's my cheap cameras will not allow me to do that, but that's fine. So there we go. But that's, you can see it, you can see that there anyway. It will glow in the dark. I'm going to dry that off a little bit and then we'll move on to the next one. I'm going to dry this enough just so that I can stick it down to a piece of card. And then we can move on to the pumpkins. Now normally I would probably wait half an hour for this to dry. Just take your time. And we'll stop there for now. And I'll leave that to one side whilst it's drying still. But again, it looks really, really nice. I always like how sometimes the colour comes through as well. I do like that. That kind of gives it that kind of like natural look. Right, so we move on to the next one. Put this to one side. Okay, so we leave that there. So this one, I'm going to use some black texture paste. I'm going to put the paste through there and we'll see what we get as well. So let me just take this one down. Oh wow, Rachel's saying you can buy new nozzles. That's a good idea. It's always hard, you know, to know what to do, you know, especially when, you know, you've paid, you know, X amount of money for your products and the frustration that you can't use them because it's stuck in the bottle is a nightmare. I don't think there's ever been a non-clog bottle. I presume it's because of the mic. The mic is the issue, isn't it? It always kind of clogs the bottles. No matter, you know, sometimes when you're supposed to like roll it and not shake it, even though I always shake mine, it still seems to clog. Let's take this down, lovely, and this time we're going to use this stencil. So this one's called Mesh It Up. I love this stencil, really cool, still a real classic of mine. I think I love this one. It's great to use. Again, you can go freestyle with it. You don't have to tape it down, but I'm going to because I'm putting paste through there. So just capture the edges. Again, yeah, I'm going to be, you know, 100% accurate with this one either. It looks really cool. We're kind of, are we halfway through? Wednesday classed as halfway through the week now, so I was just wondering what people's plans for the weekend. Did everyone get their Oasis tickets that they wanted? I'm not exactly an Oasis fan, so I know it wouldn't have bothered me, but I know lots of people were. Right, so we'll just grab some of this black texture paste, which is a lot thicker than the previous paste I've been using, but that's great. I'm just going through, not in every area. With this one here, I'm not being too exact with this. Again, the less perfect, the better it does look. There. Kind of like that as well. That's lovely. Okay, we'll pull that off now. Just take your time. Use my scalpel to help me here. There. So we've got this lovely kind of grungy textured background here. It looks really nice. Perfect for what we want to do. Just going to remove the tape. Oh, there we go. I never knew why they called it invisible tape, because it was never invisible, but I must say that when it's stuck down there for a little while, it does become invisible. Oh, well, hello Ivy, nice to see you here. Thank you for coming. Ivy did say that she was going to be late, which is all good. We've been discussing all kinds of things related to food and what kind of texture paste people recommend. So again, really cool stuff. And oh, you're doing a walk, right? Wow, that's a really good cause. Awesome. Apparently in the pouring rain. Well, I'm hoping that it doesn't rain too much for you. And yeah, it's a great thing that you're doing. Right, I must try and do something like that, getting fit and doing some walks, especially if you're going to do it for charity. It's a perfect excuse, isn't it, to do something, to change what you're doing. Right, okay, so we've got this nice texture paste going on there in black. I might just dry that off just a little bit. So that's the one we've just done, Ivy. Yeah, spraying on black's just as good as spraying on any of the cardstock. Especially if you're adding different colours, it does give it that kind of the depth that you maybe don't get elsewhere. I'm just going to dry this off a little bit. I'm trying not to do here's one I did earlier. This is kind of like rough and ready as it comes, hot off the press, wet off the press even. Yeah, that's quite dry actually, not too bad. So we're getting there now. So we've got two kind of backgrounds that we've created now for our kind of Halloweeny, as a Halloweeny background. Again, it just kind of gives it that kind of depth that you're after. I might add a little bit of colour to that one and possibly to this one. We'll see how we get on now. I'm going to have a look to see what colours I've got. Oh, I might add some of this. We've got some mica sprays as well. So these are the new the spritz ones. So we've got a peeled paint there, which is quite a nice colour. Might add a little bit of that on. I know this has got a black on it somewhere. Might just add a little bit of spritz on that. Again, using stuff that maybe I haven't used before, always nice. Just to give it a bit of bling. And what I like is it doesn't seem to alter the what you've done before, but it does add a bit of shimmer to it, so I like that. It's quite nice. Yeah, so that, yeah. You got that little bit of shimmer going on there. I kind of like that. Right, so the next thing I want to do is, I'm going to stick both of these to a card blank, and then we'll move on to the next section where I'm going to use the pumpkins. So I think we're going to use some pumpkins on there. I may, before I do that though, I may just, this one in particular, I might want it to be a bit more kind of grungy, so I might use some orange. There's a bit of orange on there. Now, I'm getting, so I've got some, we've got here, this is wild honey, and I've also got some spice marmalade, but there's not a lot left in the spice marmalade, so I may have to use that. We'll see what that comes out like. This is where, it's not a lot, but I'm gonna, if I spritz it with some water, we might, look at this, and it's all over my finger too. Right, let me get some water on there, just spritz that. Add a little bit more to that, I think. So a little bit more to this side. So it's last legs by the look of it, this one, which is good. It's all good. Allows me to buy some more. So again, you're just going to add, this is adding something that's not on the other one, which is good, because I don't want them to be identical. I want them to be both different in their own right. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's good. We'll let that dry a little bit more. Steak and, oh, Ivy's saying that she had steak and celery stir fry. Okay. I'm not sure about loving the celery part of it, but the steak sounds good. Sounds very healthy. Were there any chips involved? Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, it's no, I do like creating backgrounds. Never two backgrounds are going to turn out the same, which is nice in a way. Again, don't have to be too perfect. Just dab up any wet bits I've got left on there. Same with that one. Right, I've got a couple of card blanks, which I'm going to just stick these to now. Yeah, I'm thinking of yeah. Unless, of course, I do. Let me just get my. I'm looking for aha. Right. I'm just going to get a blender, and I'm also going to get some ink. So this will, I'm just using a little bit of distress ink just to go around the edges here, just to darken it up that a little bit, to draw your eye into the center a little bit more. Again, you don't have to be too perfect with this, but again, you get the idea. Yeah, it's much better now. And sometimes I quite like the, you know, if you've got a black mat on your card, you're going from black to black, and then it pulls into the colour then, so. So you can see how now our eye is focused more going into the card. So that's nice. So we'll use that, that. And we'll probably do the same here. Just going to go around the edges lightly. Again, creating backgrounds is great. Texture paste, amazing. There's a few ideas of where to get some different kinds of texture paste, so we'll have to look that up. I'm right, sorry, I'm just trying to read what did Ivy just say she had? Right, okay. That sounds good, Ivy. Flavoured celery, basically. Sounds good. I can't say I'm an ultra lover of celery, but you know. We just clean up as I'm going here. Try to. Right. So now we are getting somewhere. So let's stick these cards to a blank. So, okay. So I've got my card blank. I'm going to just glue this down with my tape gun. Yep. There we go for one. I do like Halloween. I'm trying to think of a costume. I think I need to have a costume. I'm not sure what day Halloween is actually on. I'll have to have a look. What day is it on this year? I haven't got my. Let me just have a look. I'm having looks. Who's gonna find out quickest? When's Halloween this year? Ooh, that's a good one. Right, Halloween, October, October 31st. Halloween's on a Thursday. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm just need to think of a costume, I think. Right, so that's that one. I'm going to do the same to this one. Has anyone already planned their Halloween costume, or do you have costumes or wear any? Oh, sorry, Ivy. Yeah, Ivy, I had pasta and sauce and some garlic bread, and I'm sure we'll catch up later on with the beginning of the conversation, but I also mentioned that Helen has actually asked me on the way home whether I wanted anything else to go with it. And I kind of said that I wanted some Ben & Jerry's ice cream, so I've got some Ben & Jerry's ice cream, which is a flavour I found a new flavour recently, which is I really like. I like Ben & Jerry's, quite a lot of them. I'm not a lover of the cookie dough ones, though, believe it or not. I know people do, but I don't. But this one is called. What was this one called that I kind of fell in love with recently? Oh, I know. It's called Sunny Honey Home, or Sunny Home, something like that. Sunny Honey Home. That's what it's called. I know. They have some of the funkiest names. Basically, it's kind of like, it's very lemony, but it's really nice. So we've got two backgrounds here, both different. So now we're going to be able to sort out our pumpkins. So we've got a couple of pumpkins here. Let's just move these to one side for a second. Now I will get my stamping platform out. Now one thing I have already done just in advance, just because to save time, was that I'd already sprayed a background with some orange. I think it was, I don't even remember what colours it was, but it was probably something like a combination of the wild honey and the spice marmalade. I can't think of any of the colours that I probably used on that, but those were the main two colours, and I've already stamped a couple anyway, but I'm going to stamp them out again. So again, I've let this dry for a while, and we're just going to stamp out a few of those. Has anyone else got this problem? Always breaking my magnets. Although I actually quite like I know I've bought some on one of the eBay platforms, I think it was, but they're not quite the same as these ones, the sweet petunia ones. I like these because they're quite wide and flat. So if anyone knows where they can get me some of those ones, that'd be great. Get me. What kind of English is that? Right. Okay. So let me just move that to one side. We'll grab our pumpkins. Again, gorgeous stamp set. Sometimes the coolest is the most simplest. So I'm going to get these nice large pumpkin, really large, which is great. Again, I think I'll put that there. I'm only going to stamp one because already it's got some of them already stamped out. Yes, I have. So obviously we've got dies that die cut these out as well now. So again, just to make life a little bit easier, although it's not too complicated to cut out. So let's get some ink. So what I'm using is the VersaFine Onyx Black. Again, nice ink, especially if you're doing things with detail. It's absolutely superb. Just go in there. I'm not sure how juicy my ink pad is. I actually have about 3 or 4 of these. I have one that's very juicy, one that's not so juicy, one that's pretty dry, and I kind of rotate them around. So I don't know what everybody else does. I do like to rotate them because sometimes the juicy one can be too juicy if you put too much on there, or it's brand new. Again, that looks nice, but I want to go back in again. Just make that a little bit darker. Take your time and just press down with that. Sorry, I'm just oh my, really? Rachel's birthday is on Halloween. Is that right? Oh, I find that funny and creepy in a slightly strange way as well. Okay, let's have a look. Gorgeous, isn't it? Right, so I like that. I like the fact that if you've sprayed your background as well first, you're going to get all those kind of like, it's not mottled effect with the sprays. It looks absolutely fantastic. I will just clear emboss that so I can show you. But having your birthday on Halloween, that's a good one, that is. I was surprised you were called Rachel. You could have been called anything kind of Halloween-y, I suppose. Or were your parents kind of, very conservative? Just as well you weren't kind of like, you could have been called anything, I suppose. I'm just wondering what kind of names you could have been called if you were born on the 31st. There's a lot of choice going on there. Right, let's just heat this up. This is creating these kind of like backgrounds in certain colours is a pretty good thing to do quite often, especially if you want to stamp something straight onto it. it's the kind of thing that you want to spend a day doing, like in different colours, just so you've got like a stash of them really. So again, you can see how cool that looks, and obviously when they're cut out, I don't have enough space on my desk at the moment. I don't have enough space here. I've got too much things out at the moment, so I really can't show you my desk. But there's not enough room for a die cut machine on there, so I won't show you that today. I will. Do you know what I will do? Is one or two, maybe one person or two people have ever been in here, and I've probably only showed it when it's clean and tidy. So maybe I will have to do a tour at some point before it's all totally disassembled and we move house, because we are moving. I don't know when. So yeah, we're going to be moving to a different place. I'm not sure how much space I'm going to have in the new house. So yeah, I'll show you around. It's not like a mansion. I'll show you around the room. It's only a room. Yeah. So I will show everybody. What you? Oh, that it explains. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's a reason why you're called Rachel. Maybe there is. Do you know why you're called Rachel? I don't know. Okay. So let me just go back to where we were supposed to be creating stuff. I'm all over the place on my camera at the moment now. Right, let's zoom in. I told you my desk is a mess. You best not look too far. If I just zoom this way, we start to see the mess. The mess that is my desk. I'm not showing you anymore. It is without a doubt a mess. Okay. So, again, here it makes it look absolutely huge, but in reality, I don't know what's wrong with the cameras today. But in reality, it's not that tidy. It's not. I will tidy it up. The background looks quite clean. Did everybody get their? Let me just have a look. Did everyone get their badge? This badge. This one. Let me show you. I'll show you over the overhead. Let's have a look. Did everyone get their badge? I do like my badge. Come on, wake you up, camera. There we go. How cool is that? Let's excuse the fingers, but this looks absolutely amazing. It's a great pin badge, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I'm not sure there's many left of them, but get them all you can. I do like that. Right. So let's get back to where we were. So you would use your dies to cut this out. As I said, this is the packet with the dies, and the dies are in it, but I haven't got my die cut machine out. So I'm just going to jump to ones that I've already cut out before. Pretty much the same. The card is slightly obviously different because it was a different piece of card and different sprays. So again, you're never going to get two the same, but I think they all look pretty cool. I like that one as well. That's nice with that highlight there. I do like some highlights there, really cool. Again, you can have fun with those. And also, I've got a nice Diddy one as well. That I like that little one. Really, really cool. Love that. So, I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're going to bring in one of these now. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I think I'll probably see the idea is probably going to be something like this at some point. I might have two on this one. We'll see how we get on. But again, So we're going to use that. And again, you're starting to see how the orange and that really pops on those, makes it really work well. I do like that. And I like that one as well. That's different. I might even put some more orange on there. We'll see how we get on. Now, the other thing I've got is, one of the things you can use as well is some ribbon. So I know many of you got lots and lots of ribbons. I don't have that many ribbons, I know. And the only thing, the kind of palest kind of ribbon I found was this seam binding. So what I've done with this kind of creamy seam binding was that I'd kind of spritzed it and sprayed it with some oranges and greens, and we've got some of these kind of really cool colours going on, so I might use a bit of that on my card as well. So again, another idea that you can use. So we'll use some of that. So I think for the first one I'm going to use maybe the 1, and I'm going to have a sentiment. So on this one I'm going to have, I've got a little bit more space in this one because I'm only going to put 1 on, but I'm going to put the ribbon on. So I'm going to have the Happy Halloween and have it sticking out a bit, and I may just kind of spritz that just a little bit. We'll see now, just to darken that white up a little bit. Yeah. So let me just put this one aside. I'm going to do that now. So I'm just going to get a little bit of possibly orange. Just kind of dip that in and see what we get. Again, that's not going to be perfect. Just going to go with whatever you think there. And again, I'm going to use that. Again, it's not got to be perfect. Stop when you think you've got something there that you're happy with. So again, once that's dry, that's going to kind of dry a lot clearer on there as well. So we're going to use that one for there, I think. And we're going to use some of that. I'm going to use some ribbon. So we're going to put this one to one side for a second. And we're just going to concentrate on this one. I will wipe up after me, Mark, it says. So this was just some of the oxide sprays. That orange will dry a little bit softer when it's dry. In fact, I might just artificially dry it a little bit now. Got a big blob on there, take it off, that's good. Okay. So we've got that going on. Do you know, I might add a little bit of green on there as well. That'd be good. A little bit of green. So this is the mica stains. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my. I don't want much. Not too much, but we'll see now. I'm just gonna dip that in a little bit there. Again, you don't have to be, you're not looking for perfection here. The kind of grunginess that's going on with it works really well. Again, that'll look great when it's dry. Just going to wipe that up. I'm going to let that, oh, I'm going to dry that. Let's dry that now. That's fine. Sorry, Brenda. Obviously, you've got visitors. How dare they? I'm sure we'll catch up again soon. Don't worry. So, again, this is where you can have, you can make your sentiment not look so clean, even though it is. But it just kind of adds, it does add to it. Okay, so I'll show you now. oops, zoom in on there. Yeah, so we've got this kind of lovely kind of Halloweeny, and that kind of does go with that like that. That'd be gorgeous. Okay, so I'll put this to one side. That's going to go there. That's going to go here, and so I need to use some of this ribbon as well. Since I coloured it, I'm going to use some of it. So the way I'm thinking of using this is, do you know what I'm thinking of doing? Is actually going to, I might just punch through the top of the pumpkin and thread some of the ribbon through it. So it's not a tag in its own right, but I suppose what you could do if you wanted to. Now here's a great idea, everyone. So if I put this to one side just for a second, if I have my really cool bunting out, my ribbon out, we can punch in the top of there and we could create some really cool bunting for Halloween. I think that would look absolutely stunning. Again, I'm just going to get my punch now to punch that out. So this is a We Are Memory Keepers one. I have had this one. I don't think they do this colour anymore, and I think they're just called We Are now. But this is called. This was when they were called We Are Memory Keepers, and this is probably this is going to be maybe 20 years old. Maybe 20 years? No, it's probably about. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. It's going to be about 15 years old, I think, and it's still going strong. It's really, really cool. So it punches and it does the buttons there. It does all kinds of things. I haven't used it for all the things it does, but it does do different size holes. So it does a smaller one and it does a larger one. Really, really cool. So if I place it in there, and I'm just going to punch a large hole in that. Okay. Really, really cool tool. One of the things that I always, if you've got a tool to use, that's a great one to have. That's your lifetime. So I'm going to put this one to one side. Again, do you know what? I'm going to pinch them both at the same time because I can't decide on which one I'm going to use. Get the tool again. So again, you can use a larger hole or a smaller hole. You just place it into the receptacle here. Find where you want to put it, pinch, and job done. Very easy to, thread ribbon and that through as well. So really, really cool idea. Yeah, so I think did I say I was going to use this one? So I'm going to get a piece of ribbon, a smaller piece of ribbon, I think. And what I like about it is I've used some of the oxide sprays and some of the distress sprays, and then I've also used some of the mica sprays as well. So again, you can just get that kind of totally different look from just a piece of ribbon. It looks great. From what colour it started off with to this, absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to get a tool now, and we're just going to thread that through. Looking for a pokey tool. Okay. So I'm going to find a pokey tool and poke that through. So just kind of working out how to do this now. Right. That's going to go through. Right. Just working on all fingers and thumbs. So just post that through there. Oops, don't want to go too far. Right, too much mark. Just take your time. And feed those through that. Just pull back through. Just take your time. If you want to make it looking nice and neat. I always find that pumpkins in the fields look really strange. I don't know about you. And it's not something I actually, I don't think I actually like pumpkin. I don't, I think I've had pumpkin soup and pumpkin pie before. I can't say I'm overly fussed on it. I know it's a very much an American tradition, but it's not something I can't say I'm a lover. You'll have to convince me otherwise. Rachel saying she's off to buy some seam binding. Yeah, it's honestly, I think it's not expensive. It's kind of pretty cheap. Yeah, it's just something that you can. I don't even know where. Oh, there we go. I wonder where I got that from. Supplied by fantasticribbons.com. Again, I think you can get loads of it from lots of places. It's easy to colour. So right, I'm just going to get some scissors. And that wasn't a sponsorship. Nobody paid me to do that. I don't know how long. I don't even know where I got that binding from either. So it's probably years old. Do you know what? I'm finding new stuff in my cupboards all the time as I'm trying to tidy up. Yeah, always finding lots of new things. So we've got that now, and we've got this gorgeous kind of bit of ribbon on there. We're going to use this one here. I might trim that a little bit more. Okay. So we're going to have that again. One pumpkin there, and we're going to have this sentiment going here, I think. And we're just going to glue that down. So just get some glue. Where did Mark put his glue? That's aha. Right. So I'm using some of the Pinflair silicone glue. Again, use whatever you've got, whether you want to use foam pads, go for it. Yeah, Ivy, I know the feeling. As soon as we're finished here, I need to go and buy some products now. So I know I must not buy many. It's like I must not buy many craft products. I think that's the key. But there's some things that I need to buy, like replacement things for the stuff I've used. I'm not buying it just for the sake of it. They are genuine replacements, mostly. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this card down here a second. Just so we can place that somewhere. Again, you can have this any way you want to, but I can't quite like it like that. And then we're going to have the Happy Halloween as well. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, but I'm probably not going to do that tonight because I'm looking at the time as we go. I normally only try and do this for an hour. I'm always conscious of taking up too much of your time. So I will show the finished results of the second one as well afterwards. Put it to one side, just a touch, like he's possibly sitting on there. Again, there's some things I might want to do. Might add a few drips down there as well, just for effect more than anything else. But as you can see now, we've got this kind of gorgeous kind of card going on. Again, oh, and if Ivy was late to the party. The paste I used was actually glow in the dark paste, but I can't really show that on these cameras. But when I turn everything off, I know it will glow in the dark. Again, that's really, really cool. I do like that. Again, sometimes less is definitely more. Now I will come back in tomorrow and I will show you a photograph of how I finished this one off. It may be totally different. Again, it's entirely. I've got a choice of using 2 here, so that's what I'm probably going to do with another sentiment. We may just spray that up, but again, you know, if you want something a little bit, this one, I think this one's a little bit darker than that one, but I know. Time does fly, doesn't it? I know, I can't believe it's been like an hour and 20 minutes, so it's been a long time. I know I'm always conscious of that. I'm going to read all your comments afterwards. So thank you for the advice and you know, talking about things like texture paste, where to get some really good texture paste from. That's great, thank you. It's great that so many people are here. So I do thank each and every one of you. It means a lot to me. Yeah, it's just nice to be able to, you know, to come on every Thursday. I did promise I was going to be here every Thursday, and I certainly am at the moment, so that's good. We'll carry on this next week. In the meantime, I will post some finished samples of the projects that maybe weren't quite complete, or maybe I altered something and made it even better. So always kind of look back, especially on the Instagram and Facebook. Have a look, see what we've been doing. We've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment, lots of things. Obviously, we're moving house. Don't know when that's going to be yet, so I don't know exactly when it's going to be, but our house is for sale. What else is going on? Oh, I'm designing like crazy, lots of new things, so I'm going to get months and months ahead in advance. Lots of things going on, lots of really cool ideas. So stick with us, because I know it's going to be worth it. Next year is going to be absolutely amazing. But the year's not over yet, so I'll see you next week, and we'll have some more fun with some more makes. If you've got any suggestions on what possibly I should do, then please do comment or send me a message. It's entirely up to you. If you've got any ideas that you want, or maybe you've got a stamp set that you're stuck on and you don't know what to use. Obviously, we do have the website with lots of projects in the galleries, and we've got an amazing design team, so thank you, design team, again. But, you know, feel free to comment, send us a message, and we'll try and answer all your questions. So thanks, everybody. I will read all of the comments later, talking about food. I know I might have some ice cream now, so have a nice evening.